A threatening storm pattern is taking shape across the United States, raising concerns for tornadoes, flooding, and widespread storm damage. Don't leave yet, because today's precipitation map shows where rain is already developing across the United States, and a few areas could experience changing conditions as the day continues. Let's take a closer look at where the rain is falling right now. Today's precipitation is mainly focused across parts of the upper Midwest and sections of the eastern United States. A narrow band of light to moderate rain is moving from northern Minnesota toward the western Great Lakes, bringing occasional showers to communities along its path. Most rainfall in this region is expected to remain scattered, with only brief periods of moderate intensity. Farther east, another larger area of precipitation is located offshore of the mid-Atlantic and southeast coastline. Coastal sections near the Carolinas and parts of the Atlantic shoreline may continue to experience scattered showers, while heavier rainfall remains mainly over the nearby Atlantic waters. Inland areas across Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, and much of the central United States are seeing mostly dry conditions, with only isolated light showers. Across Texas, the Southern Plains, the Rockies, and much of the West, precipitation remains limited today, allowing for longer periods of dry weather. While a few isolated showers cannot be ruled out, widespread rainfall is not expected in these regions at this time. Continue monitoring your local forecast, because precipitation patterns can change throughout the day. If rain becomes heavier in your area, slow down while driving and watch for water collecting on roads. Stay weather aware, especially if additional showers develop later today. Before you scroll away, take a close look at today's wind map, because changing wind patterns across the United States could influence travel, outdoor plans, and local weather conditions through the day. Here's where the strongest winds are developing right now. Today's wind pattern shows generally light to moderate winds across much of the country, with a few stronger corridors in the northeast, northern plains, and parts of the Mountain West. The strongest sustained winds are currently located across portions of the northeast, where speeds are approaching the mid-40 km/h range. Gusty conditions may make driving more difficult for high-profile vehicles and could create rough conditions along exposed coastlines. Across the upper Midwest, including Minnesota and nearby states, moderate winds continue to circulate around a broad weather system. Parts of Texas and the Southern Plains are also experiencing steady breezes, while the Southeast, including Georgia and northern Florida, remains under lighter wind conditions. The West Coast, including California, is seeing generally light winds, although localized breezes remain possible through mountain passes and coastal areas. Overall, most inland locations are avoiding widespread damaging winds today. Even though today's wind conditions are manageable for many areas, continue watching local forecasts because wind speeds can change quickly. If a stronger weather system develops over the next few days, localized gusts could become much stronger, especially across open plains and coastal regions. Secure loose outdoor items, use extra caution while driving, and stay alert for updated weather advisories throughout the day. Before you leave, take a close look at today's temperature map, because dangerous heat is expanding across parts of the United States, and knowing where the hottest conditions are developing could help you stay safe. Let's break down today's temperatures across the country. The hottest temperatures today are centered across Texas and the Southern Plains. Dallas is reaching around 38 degrees Celsius, while Houston is near 39 degrees, making this one of the hottest regions in the nation. Heat is also spreading across Oklahoma, Louisiana, and nearby states, where afternoon temperatures are climbing well above seasonal averages. Across the southeast, including Georgia and Florida, temperatures remain very warm, generally ranging from 31 to 34 degrees Celsius. High humidity will make it feel even hotter during the afternoon, especially in urban areas and away from the coastline. The Midwest is experiencing more moderate temperatures. Chicago is near 28 degrees Celsius, while Minneapolis is closer to 23 degrees, providing noticeably cooler conditions than the southern states. Along the Northeast Corridor, cities from Washington to New York are seeing temperatures around 29 to 31 degrees Celsius, creating warm but manageable weather for most locations. Across the western United States, temperatures vary considerably. California's coast remains relatively comfortable, while inland deserts and the Southwest continue to experience much hotter conditions. Stay aware of local forecasts because temperatures can change quickly. If a stronger heat dome develops over the coming days, dangerous heat could expand across additional states. Drink plenty of water, limit strenuous afternoon activities, and never leave children or pets inside parked vehicles. Before you leave this video, take a close look at today's humidity map, because moisture levels across the United States are creating very different comfort conditions from region to region. Let's see where the air feels dry and where humidity is making it feel much warmer. Today's humidity is highest across the Gulf Coast and much of the Southeast. Houston is showing a dew point near 24 degrees Celsius, while Tampa is close to 25 degrees, indicating very humid air. These conditions will make temperatures feel significantly hotter than the actual air temperature, especially during the afternoon and early evening. Across the southern plains, including parts of Texas, humidity remains elevated with dew points around 18 degrees Celsius, providing enough moisture to create a muggy feeling in many communities. The Southeast, including Georgia, Alabama, and the Carolinas, continues to experience humid conditions that may increase discomfort for anyone spending extended time outdoors. The Midwest is seeing more moderate humidity. Chicago has a dew point near 17 degrees Celsius, while Minneapolis is closer to 13 degrees, creating noticeably more comfortable conditions compared to the Gulf Coast. Across the Northeast, dew points generally range between 13 and 17 degrees Celsius, supporting relatively pleasant weather for most locations. The driest air is found across much of the interior West, including Utah and nearby states, where lower humidity provides a much more comfortable atmosphere despite warm daytime temperatures. Continue monitoring local forecasts because humidity can change quickly. If tropical moisture increases during the next several days, humidity levels could rise rapidly across additional states. Stay hydrated, take frequent breaks outdoors, and follow local weather updates. Before you leave this video, take a close look at today's pressure map because changing air pressure across the United States plays a major role in determining where calm weather continues and where the next weather system could develop. Let's break down today's pressure pattern across the country. Today's pressure pattern is generally balanced across much of the United States. Most areas are reporting sea level pressure between 1,013 and 1,019 millibars, supporting relatively stable weather conditions. A broad area of slightly higher pressure extends across much of the eastern United States, helping to maintain generally quiet weather with only isolated changes. Across the Midwest, including Chicago and Minneapolis, pressure remains near 1,016 millibars, indicating a fairly stable atmosphere. The southern plains, including Dallas and Houston, are holding between 1,013 and 1,014 millibars, while much of the southeast, including Atlanta and Tampa, is also experiencing moderate pressure values around 1015 to 1016 millibars. The lowest pressure on today's map is located over parts of the Southwest and portions of California, where values are close to 1,011 millibars. While this difference is not extreme, it can support localized changes in cloud cover and wind direction. Overall, no widespread intense pressure system is dominating the country today. However, continue monitoring local weather updates because pressure patterns can shift quickly. If a stronger low-pressure system develops over the coming days, it could increase the risk of stronger winds, heavier rainfall, and thunderstorms across parts of the United States. Stay informed through official forecasts and be prepared for changing weather conditions.